And I'm live. Hello. All right. Flame.
There.
I have a. I'm looking for suggestions.
Go on.
So, if I were to make, I don't know, some sort of legally distinct Parasite Eve, what would I call it? And it doesn't have to have Parasite or Eve in the name, or be in any way related at all. At the very least, some sort of working title. Sorry.
Well, if we're keeping with the same, but Biomutant's already a different game. Damn it.
Actually, I suppose before we name it anything, what would be the major themes?
Yeah, that's sort of where my brain was going.
And is the biomutation a key thing? Is that actually necessary? As a theme. Possibly.
Well, technically no, but what we were mentioning before was how one of the things that Parasite Eve does that other people don't often do is simultaneously having a fantastical mechanism but grounded in a modern setting. And the mechanism for that was the sci-fi mitochondrial evolution.
The sci-fi magic.
Yes. So
it's just like, yes, it has a pseudoscience explanation, but she's casting Fireball.
yes, we're setting people on fire and we're turning crowds of people into goo, which instead of casting flare, we're contrivance.
Yeah. Which I guess, well, not reminds me, but makes me think. Not a whole lot of games in the urban fantasy setting, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's part of it. There's stuff like the Resident Evil series has sort of been making eyes with it.
Oh yeah, especially 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And
but it's
Silent Hill is more of the cult angle, though. It's less about the fantastical stuff and more about, holy fucking shit, this is fucked up.
Oh my.
Oh my.
There's a dragon over here.
Rawr.
Oh, that blue looks nice.
Okay, so that's a really good point. I think I like the idea of an urban fantasy. It doesn't necessarily have to be fantasy, but it has to like trend in that direction. And it could be a sci-fi thing. Because that's basically Parasite Eve. It's just like it's sci-fi / magic. It's one of those cases where the sci-fi and the magic are sort of indistinguishable.
So I will rely on my personal naming, which is a one-word title. Recombinant. which has DNA mutation connotations.
Yes, but also I feel like there might be a game that's already called something like that.
Probably. This is the drawback of liking shorter titles, is that somebody's probably got it.
Yeah, Parasite Eve had a lot of themes about DNA, because the whole thing is how the mitochondria are actually parasites, or they became parasitic. They used to be a symbiotic relationship, but then it's just like no, we're actually just using you as the big cell as a shield, and the mitochondria have their own DNA. Ooh. And now it is time for our mitochondrial revolution, and therefore our mitochondria will now take over by, I guess the cellular process is all about DNA, RNA, proteins, prions. Right there.
Oh, am I not? Oh, God. I'm not on push to talk.
Monster Hunter does that to you.
Yep. I've not been on push to talk this whole time. Holy shit, I hope I didn't say something dumb.
Nope. You didn't say, God damn, that Snoot Bushi's an asshole. Why is he here? I don't understand why he's always with us. Oh no, that's my own mind saying that? Okay.
No. I love paranoia.
Oh.
For a hot second, I thought your pet was a helmet. It's like floating directly over your face, and I'm just like, man, that's a crazy helmet.
Yes, Tom Berry. Oh yeah, that forced perspective.
So, I kind of like having it be 2 words.
2 words also works.
You know, your typical adjective, noun, noun, adjective, proper noun? I don't know. Adjective pronoun would be really weird, so... Parasite.
Recombinant them.
Parasite they. Parasite them. Just like, oh, jeez. Getting into some spicy territory there. Because that means that it implies there's a they and there's an us, and I'm just like, But that's the other thing about Parasite Eve. All of them are inside us. And that's why you catch fire.
They're all clustered together. Target-rich environment.
Target-rich environment.
I will say this as a little side subject. I am glad that their running animation isn't as jumpy as the male version.
The female
They look
aura is an
normal.
extremely popular race gender combination. Like, it is insanely popular. It is behind, like, Mikote of both genders, but it's a pretty popular race gender combination.
Interesting Bit's face.
Which, by the way, Catboy's extremely popular race gender combination. Half of them are girls, as it turns out.
Then half of the cat girls are guys.
Yes.
Oh, I still have 2 more Fantasias, so one of them is to return me back to a female human at some point. So I gotta figure out who's gonna be the next person to determine the fun race to be. Cool. Thanks, Ascon, for the suggestion.
Yes.
I can see why. The frame. Oh, okay. Yep. My good old-fashioned, like, everyday glam. Yeah, it fits really well.
Would you like to have your ass kicked by a tiny woman?
What?
Or not yours? No, wait. No, wrong phrasing. Would you like to murder things as a tiny woman?
Sometimes time. You are so fucking tall. It's ridiculous. I'm at your boobs.
Yes. Enjoy.
I'm not complaining.
So yeah, here's the quote unquote problem with our group. Everyone's so fucking tall, I just look normal. It's just like I think I'm a maxed out height Viera. I'm fucking huge. But like next to this guy here, I'm like normal sized.
Also, why am I at his waist level?
It's the perfect level. You can gaze longingly into his belly button.
Also, hi. Hi, Pete. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm looking down on you.
You always do.
That's true.
You're almost double his height. Holy
Even when I'm
shit.
looking up at you,
Hmm.
I'm also looking down at you.
Yeah, Roganin like almost doubles his aura's height. What the heck?
I didn't change the height of this, so I'm just the medium
Default
height. Yeah.
Default medium height.
Look, hat. Is that new?
Ever since my dancer was 80, so I think it's 84 now.
All right.
So not really new. This is the old dancer outfit, which is now the bard outfit. I now have it. Even though I should have had it before, I now really have it.
Are you throwing something?
I'm cutting the ground.
Uh,
My effects are on, but I
Hakemu
can't see
Jinsatsu.
it for some reason. That's weird.
they're not in this party.
Oh. I suppose I could just turn it all on. Yeah. There we go. Now I can't.
It's good
see
to have that second piece of the combo. The one that extends Huton. Rather than having to constantly cast Huton over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Lots of shit to clean up.
Just dust everywhere. What are we doing?
I feel like hide is an RP thing.
For the most part, because yeah, you don't actually use it very much.
I mean, maybe PvE alone in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, basically.
There's not a lot of. There's not
so
a lot of like
it's-
reasons.
Yeah, its main use is to reset your mudra before a pull, so that you can
Yeah,
apply.
that's it.
Yeah, so that you can apply Huton, I guess.
Yep, restores 2 charges to all Mudra. Which, I mean, do you really need to hide in the shadows to do that? Probably not. Probably could just have a button that lets you do that. Out of combat.
This is that button.
It's the equivalent of this. Oh, what is this thing called when it's not the Forbidden Chakra? Meditation. Lets you reset your Forbidden Chakra.
Meditation. Samurai has a skill called Meditate. It charges your
Oh, yeah.
gauge.
This thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Only when in combat, though.
Yeah.
So when you know, when you're in the middle of a fight and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You
in the
stand
middle
there
of
and
phase
meditate.
Transition. Also, where are you? Get your ass over here. Here we go.
So, yeah.
Though it has a 5-second cast in combat.
Oh, it's instant out of combat.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just hit it before pull and just have a free nuke.
Huh. Yeah. Harvest Moon ain't bad. That in combat charge up is very similar to, what is it, Anatman? Anatman. For the monk. It's like, oh, you can't do anything, but you won't lose anything for a while. We'll extend all of your effects while you're
That's nice.
standing there.
Meanwhile, the rest of us casters can just eat shit, I guess.
Well, I'm charging my Spirit Bomb.
It's just like, oh look, phase transition. You can't do anything for a while you're just waiting. All you melee folks, charge your shit up. If you're a caster, I don't know, twiddle your fucking thumbs.
Extends the duration of Disciplined Fist and your present form. So it's not all that useful. It's just a little bit useful. So what are we doing? I don't know how much I have in me today.
Just
It's
do some
already like 10:25.
10:25. Oh,
Oh, it's 10:25.
Biologically.
The only clock that matters.
I mean, we can do some roulettes as always. We also didn't do any of the, although I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but...
Well, at least we could do 4, or the one that gets to the blade.
Yeah, we should do that. At least the weapon's still good to grab.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna preemptively turn off my effects, jeez.
Let me look at my other job. Hold on a second. I still could use a couple of ring tokens too, if we wanted to do a couple other ones. If not, that's fine too. I'll survive. I will survive.
I can trade some of these in actually for stuff on my other classes. I really should.
So start with the 8th circle and go backward.
I suppose we could do that.
We'll start with the 5th circle and go forward.
Well, if the primary one is to get the sword, then...
Yeah. Then start with the 8th circle, that's why I mentioned it. But I got a we could do that, and I'm like, huh. We could.
It's sort of how my girlfriend replies to a lot of things. We could do that, and I'm just like, one of these days you will reply with enthusiasm.
That's a really shitty way to reply.
Well, here's the thing. The two answers are we could and I don't really want to.
Oh, wow.
And so...
So we could, I guess,
we could
is
the
you're
positive... Yeah, it's the positive reaction. So it's just like... You're not really being ambiguous. It's just that your form of reply just feels like it's reluctance, but it's not. Because if she really didn't want to do it, she would just say no. Which I do appreciate.
Oop, middle.
It's just like, if we want to go see a movie, we could.
Oh, well, we could. I think I'd rather kill myself.
Oh my god, no.
I've been
Good. Oh,
well,
go on.
maybe not for the stream, but I would be interested to hear more about the SO.
There's not much to say.
Okay.
This is always the same, isn't it?
No.
No? This changes?
The first one is always a always the knockback, but then it's left or right is different.
Ah, I see. Feels the same. No, I'm carding you, so it's your job to pass milk. No, whatever the fuck his name is. It's not Melchior, it's close. You surpassed that guy.
Camino!
There it is.
Heh.
Of course, it's jump right across.
Again, Camino! I really like the Reaper. It's been a while, and it just feels good.
Didn't you say there was something off about it the other day?
Yeah, the whole flanking, and then from there backstabbing. I think there's multiple rotations inside of it, maybe. I don't know, just something feels like, yeah. Like you could be doing something else other than the normal basic rotation.
I think it's the lack of OTCDs. There's not terribly
okay.
much to weave in it. There's some little things to weave, but like they're not major. Which is honestly, if you look at the landscape of melee DPS, that's perfectly fine, because the other melee DPS are a little heavy on the weaving.
Oh, especially Dragoon, yeah.
It's just like, you know what, let's have a melee class that's not, you know, cramming every fucking weave you can in...
You know what? That is exactly it. I'm so used to having to, like, fill in every ability with, like, some sort of OCD, yeah. Maybe just a good refresh.
Well...
This feels good.
It's a well-designed class.
But when you go in Shroud, though, Camino.
Camino. Gotta yell out your special move names, which I have not been doing. I am sorry.
Shame.
Maybe I'll try to remember for my next Scorch. Although Resolution doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Ah, fuck. Alright, I made that. Really?
Interesting. Not me. I didn't do it. Blame the other red mage. The
I know.
inferior one. Inferior red mage is inferior.
Oh well. Camino. Still having fun.
Alright, let's see if I can get to it. Redoublement. Hopefully. Ah, I didn't make it. Ooh, these rolls.
Alright, so what are we doing?
I can fill up my green tomestones.
Quasi.
I got a player comm. Huh.
Red meat solidarity, perhaps.
Maybe? That's possible. You don't see very many red mages, actually, because of the whole perception.
Well, perception.
If you look at the DPS rankings.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And it's just like that shit only matters if you're like a week 1 Savage Raider.
I really don't think it matters anyways, right?
It only matters to a very select part of the population.
It matters when there's no capacity for making it with everybody doing the best that they can. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When you're basically week 1, you're squeezing every bit of percent damage you can, and you're hitting it in rage consistently at like 51% when you need to hit. You need that extra couple percent to get past the door boss. Because your gear is like... You don't have the latest gear yet because it's only week 1.
So what are we queuing for?
Expert? Should do this early as we can in the night.
Expert?
Yeah. What does everyone want to be?
People want a tank I
Choose
can
and
get off.
lose.
Hey.
I'll stay on the Reaper to keep playing with it.
Yeah, I'll stay here. 'Cause being in my red mage really expedites things. Just red mages in dungeons are ridiculous.
Alright, queuing.
Boo.
What a surprise. I feel like they've removed Felcoder's Proya from the expert roulette.
I hit it the other night. It's just your desire sensor.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it from? Okay. There we go. That's better.
Camino? Can I cast it? Camino!
You're racing another. You're racing another caster, so
True.
it's not like there's a melee DPS murdering all of your mobs as fast as they can. Because you are the melee DPS. Alright, Marble. If that is even your real name. It is not. But let's see if you're gonna be a good boy this time too.
Oh, note to self, I will never do that again. I'm sorry, all.
Do what?
Go ahead and pull the next pop.
What
bring it.
was the problem with that?
You almost died.
Well, I am dead.
Oh. Well.
If you're getting in the way of me casting Holy, then you're gonna die, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it oh shit!
Shit, I got a mob
That's
on
what it
me.
comes down to.
When did this happen?
You gotta stand right on the tank.
I did.
Oh, well, that's odd.
I know. That's fine.
If they were ranged mobs, then they wouldn't have moved.
Got shit thrown at you?
Oh man. Death by shit. That sounds horrendous.
I wonder if this ever comes through when people watch my streams. Half the time I'm not even staring at the mob. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Sure.
Well, my character is looking at the mob, but I'm not. I need to build certain muscle memory for minor optimization. Keep forgetting to do one move.
Come here.
Yeah. Resolution. Hello? Oh, okay. I was just like, where the fuck's the tentacle? Flare? Scorch! Resolution. Fuck it, I'm getting hit. Oh, I dodged it. Fuck your tentacles, I'm not dodging that shit. Dodging it anyway. Scorch! I need to always, yes, Scorch finish. I always need to feel it sound like I'm squeezing that Scorch out of something.
Sounds like you ate Taco Bell.
It's hot.
Oh, scorched!
Scorch into resolution, you're just resolute.
That's just called baby wipes.
Oh, no.
The greatest thing about having children.
I mean, I can just buy baby wipes. Nobody can judge me but myself.
Actually, no one will really judge you.
No,
It's just a really nice way of cleaning.
conveniently always having them and stuff. Which is also bidets need to become a thing.
Bidets have become a thing, yeah.
Although I could ask my dad to install it. It's a thing he does. He installs bidets.
fun.
What was that?
For fun.
It's a great father and son experience, you know?
Oh my gosh.
No, like, you know, he just goes around to people he knows. He's like, would you like a bidet installed?
He has asked me that before. Yes.
Wow, see? I really enjoy installing bidets, is what he says. And people are like, oh yeah, really? Cool, I'll take one.
I don't know if there's enjoyment in doing... Okay.
I can understand this
Plumbing,
from a
plumbing.
homeowner perspective, that once you learn a very specialized skill, like talk to Adam about installing toilets. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Installing bidets.
What, like
I'm
once
sure he's all
once you
over it.
figure it out, like you feel like you've unlocked like secret arcane knowledge, and now you're just like, no one I know will ever need to know this again because I know it.
Well, it's because he's also like a construction handyman. It's his hobby, really. It's his lifelong hobby. He'll just casually install rooms in a house. And by rooms, I mean
You say runes?
rooms.
Runes.
No, like he'll put up
I was gonna say, that's
drywall
pretty...
and be like,
Adam,
this one large room is now 2 small rooms.
Adam, it's time to save the Mother Earth. You gotta build your room.
Ugh.
It'd be good if he
Runes.
put runes
Runes.
in people's
Rooms.
homes.
That's an easy DIY. You just stick a big sewer in the earth.
And then you forget about it later.
Carve symbols into their walls and, you know, fill them with...
Yes, I believe
Various
you two are talking
materials.
about different things.
Yeah. I'm not talking about wounds, I'm talking about runes.
This joke is multifaceted. I'm okay with this.
It's just- What sort of accent would you like to offend today?
Was I using an accent?
No, I was, and I was definitely
Oh,
offended.
alright. Well, it wasn't the one he was using last time, let's put it that way.
I'm never gonna remember to say resolution. It's fine.
What if you say it French like résolution?
Oh god, I would cringe myself. I just stepped into that beam. I have a heavy god on me, I'm sorry.
Oh shit, yeah, well, I can heal.
I
Good.
like walked into the puddle like an idiot.
Ah, thank you for taking damage.
Getting in the way of me using glare. It's like the cardinal sin.
You never get in the way of the glare mage. I don't know, maybe
We
I'm
are
giving you
much
lilies.
thinner.
Who the fuck knows?
Blood for the blood lily.
I have all the lilies I need.
Alright, let's go.
Ooh, can I finish with Camino? Nope.
Can I finish with glare?
Scorch! No, I didn't do it. It's a Verholy finish. I pre-screamed it. Didn't work.
I have 15 seconds of Camino on someone's face. Quick, 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 quick.
Well, I'll just go beam something.
I'm running as fast as I can. 8 seconds.
I-
You
Come.
got time. You got time. You got this.
I am also holding on to a
Yeah.
Scorch! Resolution.
Alright, Jake, save me.
Resolution.
Hold. Hold.
Holy, holy.
Hold. Holy.
You're cutting off, so it just sounds like hold. Hold.
I know what he was saying. I heard the rest of it. Holy.
There we go.
Holy.
I liked it when it was hold.
I heard hold also.
Hold. Don't throw me, I'm casting. Scorch! Also, I feel bad for saying there's not much to say about my girlfriend. There's many things to say. But yeah, not on screen.
Here you go, Fat Camino!
Nice. Scorch! Shall we dance again? No! We're dancing
No,
again!
no,
You can't stop
no,
me! No, 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 no!
Damn you, freaking mother.
Okay, at least I completed my combo. The rest of the stuff can wait. So... But the melee combo actually... the melee combo actually comes in two parts. There's the actual melee component and the spells component. The spells component are a combo, and the melee component is a combo, but they're two separate combos. So if you complete one part, the other part can wait.
Somehow I got 3 Enshrouds in a row.
Ooh,
I'm very happy about doing Camino 3 times in a row.
that's pretty nuts.
Screen. Get the yellow.
Thank you.
With my super wide monitor, I can see
Super
that.
wide monitor.
I can too, but I don't pay attention to that portion of the screen. I'm paying attention to the toolbar at the moment.
Magnitude open. It's gonna jump pretty soon.
Yep.
Perfect. Whee! Man, my cooldowns are out of sync.
Camino! And if you thought you liked that... Oh.
Oh, scorch finish. heard it yelled at before.
I scorched!
I'll be right back.
That should change. Here we go. Alright. Ugh.
So the one thing I don't like about tribal currency, or the tribal quests, is that you can only do 3 things per day. I want more. I want to do more of it.
What do you mean 3 things?
For like the Omicrons, you can only do 3 per day.
Oh, yeah. 3 quests, yep.
I want to do more of them because they're fun and they're relaxing and a change of pace.
Is 10/11. What would people like to do?
I am good till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
God, I'm so disappointed to find out the bill hasn't passed the House yet.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, on the one hand, they're busy passing some really important bills. On the other hand,
We're
God damn
trying
it.
to pass bills.
Well, a lot of important bills passed the House, but they're dying in the Senate. So it was just really weird to me that like the one bill that passed the Senate is like hasn't been voted on in the House yet. Maybe after election season.
I'm really hoping to not change clocks anymore.
Yeah, I would like it to go away because it fucks with everyone every time the hour clock changes. Like the fallback isn't so bad, but the spring forward fucks everyone up. And it's like, yeah, we'll recover in a week. Try a month.
I'm still recovering from it.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel
that's
like I'm having a heart attack for weeks after that, waking up an extra hour early. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
The flip side is staying up an extra hour is not great either.
No, just I worked a habit to sleep earlier. It's like, yeah, this is going somewhere. The clock changes, like fucking hey. Back to my usual. Yeah, I should extract stuff. Thank you for reminding me. Do leveling.
Let's do it.
Probably just start like doing some of the easier activities. Oh, my samurai. Hitting resumes tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I know.
Probably should post a message about it.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting group.
Oh, I just noticed. Imagine if we all accept.
We would have made it through, probably. Depends on what we get.
Flame, do you have a healer? I mean, a tank that you need to level up still?
Nope.
He's leveled all of them, like the first thing he did. I know this. He came to me with a dream. He said, one day, I will roll a d4 to decide which tank I will be. And he accomplished that dream. Probably. He's a gunbreaker most of the time, though, so I don't know.
Well, doing that for progging probably isn't the best idea, which is why I don't. And then what ends up happening is when we're running like Abyssos or stuff like that, there's 4 wings, so I just do one of each tank, and that sort of scratches the itch.
Please not the mines, please not the mines, please not the mines. Okay.
Not
We
the
could-
mines.
We could totally have done this place. with
Kind of,
4 DPS,
kind of
it
could have
wouldn't
been,
matter.
yeah.
Gosh. Oh, I don't even have AoEs. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, of course not.
The only time you get an AoE is if you're ranged at low levels. Your melee, well, not only do you not have your AoEs, you only have half your combo. Glorious. Nothing like 1-2-1-2 all the time. Actually, I said this the last time, didn't I?
No.
And I made a minor correction that it's more like 6-9-6-9.
Nice.
Nice. Technically, it's 696 696 dash. Yes, my keys are mapped a little interesting way. but it's in a grid. I remapped my num keys to correspond to these keys. I don't quite remember why, but it didn't matter in the end. It's just in a grid. So you can pull all this, but I literally can't kill them any faster. What's the other one? Ninja? Do you have any AoE?
Nope.
Nope.
Because at that level you don't get an AoE at all. Yeah.
Nope. So
Correct.
all these things dying, it's all you, Snooty.
Yeah, I'm just-
You're doing all the damage right now.
Yeah, I'm just pressing a single button at the moment.
It's working, at least.
I have to go help my grandmother. I'll be right back.
Yep.
No problem. It's Stasha.
Oh, that's right. I don't have the number 3 button. Fantastic.
My clam, stop wasting my time. Alright, you can probably just pull the boss. Oh, can't. Not when these are alive. Gotcha. Very good point. Got to kill clams. Bye, clam. Alright.
We are still missing 2 behind us.
Ah, okay. Well. And they don't even hurt. Getting hit by all these fireballs and they're just like tickling me.
Remember to eat if you have some food.
At this level, you know what? Might as well.
You might as well because it's good experience still.
I don't know if it's good experience, but a bonus is a bonus, so I will eat. Did we check the right color?
He did.
Oh. Well, I guess we're just guessing.
And that's my luck, everybody. Bump, 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 bump.
Don't play gacha games.
No, I can't because I lose all the time.
On the single target. Riveting gameplay. Oh, wait, you can stun him. Got it. Low level bosses.
Smack.
Oops, both stunned him. Yeah.
Our scurvy dog.
Good dog, bro.
Because the pun. Our your scurvy dog.
Well, I mean, like the original.
Oh, why they call it scurvy dog?
Why sea dogs is my question. I don't get it.
That I'm not sure on.
Etymology behind sea dogs.
Well,
Like, why a dog?
well, we don't know the answer, but hey, you two. If you're watching, please leave a comment below
God.
letting us know why they call them scurvy dogs. We'll Google this after this run. But make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Gosh. Well, the scurvy dog part is obviously because of sea dogs, but why sea dogs? Or salty dogs? Well, the salty part is and the sea part is. Why dogs?
Rabid.
For your sailors?
Intimidating sounding? I don't know.
I think you want your sailors to be petted.
But pirates tend to be chaotic like that, so it was more of a fear factor for pirates than anything else. Basically, pirates are just like common people with just the fear and notoriety behind them to help them, you know, get what they want. Well, any generic pirates like that.
I was actually gonna say, your point was about their reputation, which has nothing to do with how things are actually run. So it was just like my correction has no point. I was gonna say, pirates are sailors, and like to be a good pirate ship, you have to have a really well-run ship. Otherwise, you would just die to the other ships for a better run. But in terms of reputation, yeah, I guess like the rabid dog that's boarding your ship, fucking jump. You don't want to get bit.
I don't know. I have not looked up my pirate lore, you know? It's a good question to ask, how they got this terminology.
Dogs. I could just Google this right now, but I don't feel like it. I enjoy pondering the question instead of searching for the answer.
I want to Google it, but I'm tanking and I feel like I have to lead the group.
You know who would love to Google the term? Welcome back.
I'm back. I'm going to have to go again.
No worries.
No problem, it's Sastasha.
Yeah, this place sucks.
This place is great for beginners, but I really wish we could exclude it from our... I mean, it's not as bad as, Actually, no, they revamped Copperbell Mine, so it's not so bad anymore. What place haven't they revamped that still kind of sucks?
I gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep.
No problem.
Jesus Christ.
Damn tire's a bit rough.
Yeah. Fortunately, we're not really doing anything important, so... If there's an unfortunate time to interrupt, it's probably this time. Even though it sucks.
Arm's length, surprisingly really useful.
Yeah, it's basically another damage reduction. Which is extremely welcome at low levels when you literally have like... You have like, what, Rampart? That's all?
And reprisal.
Reprisal barely does anything.
It
It's
compounds
something.
in mobs, which is nice, but it's not awesome.
Yeah, usually I use it in combo with Arm's Length, and it becomes like super legit. Like, don't get me wrong, Reprisal's great for like raid wides and stuff, but like in terms of personal damage reduction in a dungeon, Reprisal almost does nothing. Charge all the way up with you. No, I'll just... a second. This combo, and go. Perfect. Holy shit, it does way more than 5% of the boss health.
It's really good. Blood of Shadows, what is that?
What level are you? 74?
'74, Flood of Shadows.
Oh, it upgrades your Edge of Darkness and Flood of Darkness. So your mana spenders. 74, they get an upgrade and they do more damage and they look cooler.
So I asked you this and I don't remember, so I apologize for asking again.
That's
The
fine.
Blackest Night, should you be always using Blackest Night, then doing like Edge of Shadow?
Blackest Night is, I guess, yes. So if you'll notice, Blackest Night and Flood Edge of Shadow have the same MB cost. What you're basically doing with Blackest Night is you're gambling that you're going to take 25% of your maximum health over the next 7 seconds. If you do, then you get your mana back, and you get well, you don't get your mana back, but you get an Edge of Shadow or a Flood of Shadow for free. Typically, you'll want to keep your mana above 3,000 running around, so that will let you do a cast of Blackest Night in case you're getting in trouble. But outside of that, you just smash your mana button, because the only things you use it on are Blackest Night and then the Flood or Edge of Shadow.
SWAT.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch this live on stream. Alright. Yeah.
You just swatted him out of the air.
Long fucking swing on
Oh,
that
it just
one.
replaces Edge of Darkness
Yeah.
and... Okay, cool.
Yeah, the
Oh,
70s
crap.
and 80s, a lot of spells didn't get new spells. You got upgrades to spells,
Okay.
and so for Dark Knight, your mana spenders got cooler.
Oh.
They just hit harder now.
Well, let's I can tell you one thing, you've never lost a fight that way before. Holy fucking shit.
You just swatted him out of the air.
Long fucking swing on that one, okay.
Oh, no, crap.
How did you do this?
Oh.
Well, let's I can tell you one thing, you've never lost a fight that way before. Holy fucking shit.
I panicked and I hit the X button thinking it would cancel. Oh boy. You just swatted him out of the air.
Well.
How's everyone feeling?
Well, I'm feeling fine. I was feeling not great earlier, but I think it's because I didn't eat a proper lunch. And so my stomach was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I had some, like, egg tarts and a smoothie. And my stomach's just like, this is not, like, totally solid food. Please put something better in here already, like some protein or some shit. But then I decided to lie down instead of fucking eating something. Then I had dinner, and I feel better.
Food will perk you right up sometimes. It's also like, you're like, I don't know what's wrong with me, whatever. And then you just eat unrelated, and you're like, oh damn, it was just that all along.
Like, I think, because it has to do with your eating habits, right? And that, like, certain times of day, your body will just do things because that's what you train your body to do. For example, it will assume I had, I don't know, bread and protein for lunch, so it'll churn bread and protein in my stomach. But when there's no bread and protein, it's just doing whatever the fuck. It's like running a blender with nothing in it. So the blender's just vibrating, going like, something's wrong. Like, oh, you're supposed to put, like, I don't know, fruit in here. Or Subway sandwich.
Subway, yum.
Eat fresh.
Okay. Do not put a Subway sandwich in your blender. It won't do anything to the blender, but the result will just be gross.
I went to the doctors for the first time in many years. I won't explain how many years I missed. But I was fearing this day because of like all the minor health issues I've been coming up with. And then from there, I go in, they poke me 3 times, they give me 2 shots, they draw like 3 vials of blood. And I look at them saying, this is why I don't come to visit you guys more often.
Well, they only did that because you're
Yeah, I know. I'm a little behind.
a little behind.
And then from there, they gave me a call and say, yeah, you're just overweight. Other than that, your blood is perfectly fine.
You're just reminding me I need to go do blood work. Not that I have any problems. It's just, you know, yearly blood work is a good idea.
So my beard becoming patchy is not because of my thyroid. And so they don't know why my beard just started losing patches of hair.
There's a universal answer to that. It's probably stress.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. It's just like minor health issues. It's probably stress. And that's the other problem. It's just like, so, okay, how do I fix this? It's like, I don't fucking know.
Be more happier.
Be more happy.
Cool. I'll work on that. But no, that was during the beginning year where my beard started getting patches, so that definitely explains the time period of me during my most stressful moment, especially at work.
The worst part is when it feedbacks, it's a feedback loop. It's just like, what's causing you stress? My stress symptoms. What's causing your stress symptoms? The stress, which is from the stress symptoms. Just like, oh, great, it's now
a continuous loop of
it's a continuous loop. Thanks, body. How dare you? How does one break out of this goddamn loop? I don't fucking know. Just go be happy. Okay. Not like we all don't try to do that automatically all the time anyways. Sorry, go ahead.
Did I tell you guys I had an interview for networking in my agency that I work for?
Interesting.
Yeah, I got nominated for the job.
Did a promotion?
Nice.
It's a transfer, but it offers overtime and on-call.
Okay.
So it's like additional $15,000 increase.
That's a significant raise. Hello.
Yeah, because of overtime. So I accepted it, and I'm just waiting for the final.
Final
You know.
offer letter.
Exactly, yeah. But that means I'm coming back to Albany. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
John, I may be able to play Warhammer with you soon.
Okay.
Set a date and time.
Only if my wife can handle 2 children at the same time. That may be in a little bit of the future type of deal, but it's a possibility. Alright, what would you guys like to do?
I'm open for stuff. There's let's see. Depending on how much you would like to risk it, there's alliance roulette.
Homestone check.
I'm good. There's main scenario, and there's also, I suppose, Alice of Dead. Mostly because I need 15 time-worn artifacts.
How many you got?
Oh my god, I got 0.
That's the number.
Alright, I promise that that's a step after doing the 18 crystals of each,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Alright, I promise that by next weekend I will have 12 more yellow memories to complete that quest.
Yeah, that's
You're
actually
right,
not
man.
hard to do. It's just a bit time consuming, since you just specifically queuing for the other alliance raid. Because you don't want to leave it up to the whims of fate. Although you could, that's what I did. Mostly because I wasn't like in a great hurry, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then like you get the one alliance raid like 16 times in a row, and you're just like, all right, fucking hell, I'm sick of this.
Alright, that sounds like Crystal Palace. Alright, I need then a level 70 dungeon, right? For the 70 Alliance raid to do.
Nivalis or Doma Fates.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I ended up doing for a bit was I would do Doma Fates while waiting for the alliance raid to pop.
Is there any specific fates I'd be targeting? Or is it.
No, well, the easy ones, the quick ones, and the ones you
And
can
they-
do. There's no real specific criteria other than don't go for the one that gets you killed. Because that's just a waste of time.
Well, I'm ready for Alliance raid whenever you guys are.
Okay. I am... Oh, I'm level 68. Trying to get this to 70. And we don't have to do an alliance raid. We can do something. Unless
Okay.
you want to. Yeah, because you're looking for Ivalis raids, right? And I don't really have anything at the 70 range, unfortunately.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Then I will switch back to the Dark Knight and let us do
Main scenario?
main scenario. If you're up for it, Flame. I guess you are.
That's why I did a tombstone check.
Yeah, a big chunk of tombstones are coming in.
You get about 400 or so to do the
I
roulette.
believe it's 500.
Actually, I'm gonna withdraw this real fast.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go as a gunbreaker instead. So that way I can get some green tomes out of it also.
Tombstones, that's
Alright, I'm good.
probably a good idea. So what? Green tombstones are temporary. Levels are forever.
Very true.
I got rid of my samurai ironworks gear like an idiot. I completely forgot this is
Rebuy
gear
it for the
shared
monk.
with shared with a monk. I'm like, fuck. Oh well. At least I caught myself before I sold my Shire gear. That's heresy, I hear Flame say in the back of his mind.
Why?
Like your favorite gear set.
Well, yeah, I mean, overall. You can sell that shit when you're done, though. I'm trying to think. The tank stuff I dumped. Though, to be fair, I dumped it back when the Glamour Dresser was 400.
Yeah.
The coat, the caster outfits are just out of control for Shire. Those coats.
Walk around with a swag.
Yeah, the striking, scouting, and maiming, they're still good. Yeah, to be fair, like the leveling gear is just pretty baller all the way down.
I mean, this used to be endgame.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's the clever trick of it.
Yeah.
Is that back in the day that was the coolest shit ever. Like I'm guessing it'll be the augmented lunar emissary.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
Endwalker
usually
or
like the second to last stuff. I think.
Actually, hang on a minute. So we got Moonward gear and we've got Radiant gear. Those are going to be dumped into PvP and nuts. So after Emissary gear, there's going to be one more set, and then whatever the final set is, that is going to be the leveling gear for Endwalker. Or is it just 3? There's at least 3. There may be 4. Maybe augmented.
I think what happens is the very last set of like Homestone gear becomes the leveling stuff, and the level beyond that is Savage gear.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I think that's what happened in character customers.
Because for Shadowbringers, the Crypt Lurker
Yeah, I think
is
that was
the last one, but there's Ronkin gear and there's Shadow Keeper.
Yeah, the stuff right before.
So those two. So if you wanted that gear for Shadowbringers, 2 of them are on the PvP vendor, but then the third one is the Tombstone gear, and this specifically the augmented version. Snooty, let us know when you're done.
Huh? What did I do?
It kicks us out of the queue when you're customizing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not a problem.
I'm done. I just wanted to get a haircut.
Oh,
And
yeah.
look more fun.
And hang on to your Tombstone gear, because once the currency disappears, it gets really hard to buy them. Like the Moonward gear is already just like, so how do you get Moonward gear? Well, shit. I think you need to like trade sacks of nuts for them now or something.
You do. Yeah, that's what happens. So the Shadowbringer stuff is the same way, and if you want the leveling gear for any other expansion, or if you want the end game gear for any other expansion, this is as somebody who's comprehensively tearing this place apart for glamours. This is why I know it. It's PvP or it's not PvP. Hunt currency. The marks.
Currency. I see.
So if you want any Realm Reborn stuff, it's the Allied Seals, not the marks. It's Centurio Steel for Heaven's Word and Stormblood, and then Nuts for Endwalker and Shadowbringers. And then I'm assuming there'll be a 4th currency for 7.0.
Hunt train.
Yeah, well, the good news is that hunt trains are a thing if you wanted to get into that. What's really nice about lower level marks is that you can solo them. So it's usually easier. Heaven's Word? Oop, there it is. Probably Heaven's Word. I soloed a Stormbringer's one once that was a B mark. It just took a while.
Okay. Casting. Skills you learn as a caster, transferable.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you bitch. No, come back. No, stop it. I need to. Ah! Well.
That was rude. I was trying to shoot myself in the head.
Yeah, I blew a major cooldown and then my belt fell off because. Bitch. Bitch! Alright, now what I meant to do. There we go.
Huh. Does the blue wind push you towards the middle?
Yes, so don't touch it.
Thought someone rescued me at first.
Ah. Yeah, the whole thing about that part is that you're trying to find the crescent. The safe crescent. The weird Venn diagram. The wind barrier. I cast an invulnerability shield. Can't hurt me. Oh yeah?
Well, my mom said that your shield's broken now.
My mom said your shield's broken now. Nuh-uh. Uh-huh. Well, then I cast the ultimate spell, Ultima.
Well, my mommy gives me the power to beat you before it passes again.
My mom shields me from your ultimate Ultima. Once.
Alright, this is not fair anymore. You need to really stop relying on mommy all the time.
I had a similar conversation about 40k. How a lot of 40k lore just sounds like a playground argument, especially the Horus Heresy series. Because all of the Primarchs are badasses, but it always sounds just like, whenever you're reading their stories, it's just like, yeah, and then this Primarch does this stupid, ridiculous thing. It's like, oh yeah, my Primarch's better. He can do this stupid, ridiculous thing. Like, okay.
And my Primarch did nothing wrong. And Flame's Primarch broke everything about the universe.
Oh man. Lorgar. I don't think anybody actually likes Lorgar. Actually,
No.
do people like Lorgar?
Maybe not as a person, but
Ouch.
He was the one that was like, the Emperor told him, hey, stop worshiping me. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
a
his
god.
entire faction.
And then from there he's like, no.
Yo.
Who wants a lemon break?
Alright. Oh. Too late.
yeah, Lorgar was so into the Emperor that he started making statues of him on every conquered planet, and the Emperor said, "Stop it!" And Lorgar said, "But I'm worshiping you." And then he sent the Ultramarines to blow up one of the planets that Lorgar captured.
Yeah.
And the Emperor just like literally rubbed his face in it. And then
That dog.
Lorgar. And so two things happened as a result of that. One, the Word Bearers really hate the Ultramarines, and two, the Chaos Gods went to them and be like, "Would you like to worship somebody who wants you to worship them?" And Lorgar was like, "Yes, please."
They just want to simp so hard.
They just think they're cool.
So how did Horus get corrupted?
He thought he was doing the right thing. It's kind of like Gaius a little bit. It's just like, in order for mankind to mean anything, mankind must own the galaxy. And the Emperor is too weak to do so. Therefore, I will. And if you will stop me, I'll just burn everything.
Do that with a Henry Cavill voice and you're good to go.
Henry Cavill. No, a little. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like Henry Cavill would play a better Emperor.
Oh yeah. He would definitely be the Emperor.
I was just like, he would just be the Emperor.
He would.
Yeah. And then what happened to Horus at the end of the Horus Heresy is that the Emperor was trying to convince him to stop, but Horus wasn't having it, and that's why the Emperor got beat up. And then Horus like casually kills someone. There's different accounts. It might have been someone important. It might have been just some random Imperium soldier that showed up. But the Emperor saw that and he's like, well, there's no hope for Horus. Time to super kill him, obliterate his soul and all. And the very moments before Horus's soul is wiped from the universe, he's just like, oh damn, I fucked up. Then he dies. He doesn't just die, he like ultra dies.
It's the one person that will actually have a true death in the 40k universe, right?
Sanguinius also apparently had a true death.
Oh, yeah, because Horus killed him, right?
Yeah.
The thing about 40k is that they purposely keep everything open-ended. They're pulling a Blizzard effect where they can't close a bug on anyone yet. Because you never know when you have to break the glass to bring in another Primarch or something.
So that in and of itself is not necessarily a bad thing.
Not at all.
The problem with Blizzard and the advantage of 40k is that 40k has a lot better writers. At least some of them. There are some really terrible 40k writers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna name names because, you know, but like some of these authors are just like, I'm not reading anything by this guy. The last time I read something by this guy, I was bored of my fucking mind. But yeah, the problem with Blizzard's writing is the draconian decisions made from on high by people who don't know how to put a story together. At least that's part of the issue, among other issues.
One thing we all can agree on about when it comes to Blizzard is their art team is the thing that's carrying the whole tower. Wow.
Their art team is exhausted and tired and half broken, unfortunately. Also like they're out of wagons to carry their massive balls, so they're just stuck dragging them across the dirt.
Guys, we can only drag them for so much longer. Can you please pull some, like, my balls on your side, please?
Metaphor may have gone too far.
No, it makes absolute sense, though. What's the one thing about World of Warcraft that makes you think, wow, I really love the game? Was the art, was the direction of the cosmetics.
Art direction, but also the game design used to be... Like, maybe they never had an original idea, but they always made it better. And they lost that, unfortunately. And I am still very sad about it. I want to like Overwatch, I really do, but like they have made it unlikable, which is extremely unfortunate. I still have a child-sized D.Va statue in my room.
That's
I didn't realize it was gonna be that big when I ordered it. I did think it was weird that it was $600, but I didn't think it was gonna be fucking gigantic. I just thought it was like, you know...
Well, there you
a
go.
nice model.
There you go. You can proxy that as now a Titan.
A Titan. Oh my god. I would be tempted if it wouldn't be such a pain in the ass. It's fucking heavy. It's like
Appropriate.
really heavy. And I'm also afraid of like breaking it. I think the real reason why I can't really stand to play Overwatch anymore is because Jeff Kaplan is no longer a part of it. What have they done to my boy?
Did he end up?
What? He's just out. He's not doing anything anymore.
He jumped ship when Overwatch, like the
Oh
whole
yeah, he's not in Blizzard, but
He's not doing anything anymore, really. The last thing we heard of him is he apparently made a tweet about Spaz, which is like space pirate and zombies or something. That's the last thing we heard of him. Other than that, he's basically been outside of the limelight.
Well, keep yourself alive.
Oh god.
Max potion.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Please no. Please no. Oh god. I am vampirically draining health with my sword the best I can. But I can only do so much for myself. I will do my best though. No. Gosh. Okay. Oh, fuck.
This part may be a little rough, though.
Yeah. This might... Oh, no. Well, best of luck, me.
You guys
I'm alive.
live. Now move.
Oh, fuck, this might kill me. Goodbye, world. Oh, I'm alive! Please don't take first again. Just... No! Shit. Alright, I'm just gonna do this before I die. There it goes.
Should I just kill myself? Yeah, I should.
Yeah, you can't, you don't have the damage to stop them from ultimating.
God, fuck. Note to self, be a healer next time for myself. What do you guys want to talk about since we have another 8 minutes of fighting to do?
Legally distinct Parasite Eve mechanics.
So tell me about this game that you keep talking about because I have no clue.
So Parasite Eve was a experimental game series by Square Enix back in 1998. First Parasite Eve was a... So Square Enix had a really bizarre... I mean, they've always had bizarre ideas, but some of these bizarre ideas panned out, and some of them they abandoned to die. But anyways, in 1998, Square Enix wanted to make something they called a cinematic RPG, which nowadays we know means jack fucking nothing. But it was their attempt at a quote-unquote cinematic RPG. Nobody really knows what they meant because Final Fantasy VII was already like a super smashing success at this point, and Final Fantasy VIII was like in the works. And so nobody knows what they mean by cinematic RPG other than it's a game with a bunch of cinematics. Who fucking knows? But what did come out was a really, really interesting sort of like semi-action RPG. It's based on a not very well known like sci-fi novel called the same name, Parasite Eve, whose whole premise was so the scientists found out that
Come on, heal yourself, buddy. Please heal yourself.
Oh balls! I'm talking here.
Not you. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm talking to the healers. Just like, please keep yourself healthy. I need to apply that. What was that? The whole premise of Parasite Eve is a bit of it is in the game, but basically the novel is the quote-unquote prequel. It's an average novel, I guess. And the game is like the quote-unquote sequel to the story. Premise of... things are happening. Premise is mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, have their own DNA structure. And that implies that they used to be their own organism millions and millions of years ago. Billions of years ago, even. And at some point, they moved into the larger cells to become symbiotic, to form a symbiotic relationship. And so it's just like, the premise is just like, what if evil? What if they're not symbiotes, but they are actually parasites? And they're just in here, in their host, biding their time before they take over.
Here we go. Alright, we made it. Alright, then call it Powerhouse Evil, or Evil Powerhouse.
Okay, so the other part of why it's called Parasite Eve is actually, part of it's a biblical reference, but part of it is because using mitochondria, real-world scientists were able to trace our ancestor all the way back to Africa. every human being can trace the lineage all the way back to Africa through the mitochondrial DNA, and the I shoot with a sword. That's really cool. I didn't know that the LB3 did that. That's really cool.
If you interrupt the animation, you'll never see it.
And so, anyways, so the person, the ultimate ancestor of all humans is traced all the way back to this woman in Africa that they call mitochondrial Eve. And that's where the name Parasite Eve comes from. The two parts of the premise. So that's the story. The game itself takes place in New York City around Christmas Eve. Whoa. Christmas Eve. Get it? Ha ha ha. Anyways. Basically Eve awakens and decides now is the time to take over the world. And all of Manhattan is evacuated as people, burn up and animals mutate into monsters. And the gameplay itself is it's interesting. I don't think I've seen very many games do Parasite Eve gameplay. It's an RPG, but in between, it's an active time battle RPG, and what that means is a bar fills up, and when the bar is all the way full, you can take an action. It's something borrowed from Final Fantasy, where you watch your bars fill up, and then when they're filled up, you can take an action. It's called active time battle. But in Parasite Eve, while your bar is filling up, you can run around freely. And what this does is it lets you dodge attacks. Even though for some reason in battle, Aya runs at half speed for no reason. She's like jogging the same speed as someone walks. It's very bizarre, but that's just a weird setting. And so, you're running around, you're dodging attacks, waiting for your bar to fill up. And then when your bar fills up, you pull out your gun and you shoot things. But those are like menu commands. And then every so often, your other bar fills up. The Parasite Energy Bar. Ooh. And long story short, the Parasite Energy Bar basically lets you cast magic. And the reason why you can cast quote-unquote magic, it's not really magic, but it's weird pseudoscience magic, so just run with it. So there's Eve, and then there's your main character, Aya, who is for some reason resistant to, getting caught on fire and can fight these creatures, and has powers of her own. And so I don't think they quite explained it ever, but for whatever reason, there's the mitochondria that wants to rebel and take over the world, and then there's the mitochondria, which is in your main character, who wants to remain in a symbiotic relationship with humans and be friendly.
Didn't one of us play that game recently?
Tatsu.
Yes, okay.
I also played a little bit of it on stream, although I didn't finish it. I ended up farming for a gun.
Yeah, the randomly combusting humans is the part that made me go, wait, I saw someone play that recently.
Yeah. Tatsu played it.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
So that's Parasite Eve 1. Parasite Eve 2, to be unflattering with it, is basically a Resident Evil clone. Including the story beats. But, even though it's a bit of a Resident Evil clone, it has its own unique spins on things. It's a lot more combat-oriented, because you can literally run around. In Resident Evil, you're all about, avoiding the zombies, conserving your ammo. In Parasite Eve 2, you basically become a bounty hunter. And, you can run around and just murder things. And not care about your ammo too much. Because you can go to literally a store and buy the ammo back. Because killing monsters give you currency. But it was fun. I liked it. And, Parasite Eve 2 was very much... It even took the story tropes out of Resident Evil, bioengineered weapons and like, or bioorganic weapons or whatever. They called them artificial neomitochondrion creatures. Their own terms. And then like the secret society tries to take advantage of these neomitochondrion creatures and for their own gain, for like money and political power or whatever. And there's like a secret facility that's underground that you go infiltrate and blast everything to hell with your M16. Which was the fun
Look,
part.
Pete posted Parasite's tombstone.
Wow, I am just seeing a blur. I cannot see what that is.
3rd birthday.
Man, you said something, but I could not hear what you said.
Fair.
Man, if only
Man,
they.
I wish they made a second. I wish they made more than 2 Parasite Eve games.
Yeah, if only they made a 3rd game. Jeez,
feel like,
I was
yeah.
so excited. But no, like they technically made a 3rd game. It was bad. It was so bad they didn't even put the Parasite Eve name on it. And the story made no sense, and the gameplay was okay, I guess. It was very... It's like a wacky third-person shooter. It didn't make any sense. And apparently it had some, like, really weird, convoluted plot that, like, would make... Like, it doesn't make any sense. It I was about to say it makes Metal Gear Solid makes perfect sense, but I'm just like, actually, MGS does kind of make perfect sense as long as you follow everything. 3rd birthday makes no sense.
I'm sorry, but I've got my little one that's really fussy throughout the past couple of minutes, so...
Yeah, I'm done ranting. Well, not really.
I'm not trying to
Okay.
segue from it, but I do have a very...
I'm pretty much
one.
finished with my explanation of what Parasite Eve is. And now I'm just making fun of 3rd birthday. Anyways. Gotta go, you gotta go. We're good for tonight. Got stuff done. Got my levels. Levels for forever.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good
Yeah.
night. At least as forever as the servers are up. And I still play this game. Let me sit. There we go. I'm now sitting on the bench. Keep this typing sit. How many variations of sit can I type in that's not sit? We got Siot and City. Oh my god, for a working title, I could call it 4th birthday just to make everything.
Nah.
Gosh. Fucking no. So, thinking about mechanics. I think the urban fantasy thing really does the sci-fi spin on it. That hits the nail on the head. So any sort of mechanics involved will probably have some sort of pseudo-science magic going on. It does. My favorite part of Parasite Eve 2 is reading all of the pseudoscience explanations as to what's going on. Like, so, energy shot makes your bullets hit harder because you are generating a magnetic field around yourself and accelerating the bullets coming out of your gun using this magnetic field.
It's fun when they sit down with it like that.
And, the first question in my mind was, are bullets magnetic? Or is it one
What are
of
they
those...
made out of? Iron?
Lead, right?
Lead?
Although, I guess it depends on the gun you're using and what type of ammo you're using, so...
That's a good question.
Caveats.
Is lead able to be magnetized?
Most magnetic stuff is, like, iron, really.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, I know iron's able to... iron is magnetized.
So, like, if it's like a gun with like a full metal jacket or something, then maybe.
An iron full metal
Well, it's
jacket.
probably like steel.
Steel, fine, an iron derivative.
Iron derivative.
As opposed to platinum.
Who the fuck would use platinum bullets?
Gold.
Gold bullets. Oh my god.
Goldfinger would probably use gold bullets.
That's just because he's rich.
That's true. Gold member would probably use gold bullets as well.
Just because he loves gold.
It's because he loves gold.
Yeah, I don't think gold actually makes a bullet. Actually, no. It'll probably be just as effective as lead.
If lead makes a good bullet.
Yeah, it's probably just as effective as lead. It's just that why use gold when you have lead? Because I'm rich, bitch.
Hardness of lead versus gold. Let's see. Lead is 1.5. Gold is 2.5 to 3.
Oh,
So it's actually slightly harder.
What?
Tin is as hard as lead.
Honestly, I think lead's used because it's like the cheapest metal. Don't really want
Depleted uranium.
Depleted uranium is mostly because it's really fucking heavy.
And they've got nothing else better to use it for.
I think you can actually use it for nuclear reactors. Right? Or not?
Once it's depleted, wouldn't
I mean,
they
like,
have to
'cause,
re-enrich it? Can they
Um,
re-enrich it?
Enriched uranium is used for nuclear weapons. So I believe nuclear reactors can probably use it.
Well, if it generates heat still, then yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's all a nuclear reactor needs.
yeah.
Tungsten
like, they-
carbide.
That's for
9.
like blades, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hardened steel is 7 to 8. Tungsten carbide 9.
The problem with that is probably just durability. Like tungsten is hard and tough, but like it's not terribly
Flexible.
durable. It's not very
Yeah.
flexible, yeah, and it's not durable. So once it chips, the blade just kind of snaps. I'm gonna guess.
Gold is very flexible.
It does
It's
not
just
hold
not
an
very
edge.
hard.
It does not hold an edge very well. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
golden blade would be really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golden bullets, though, I think it would do the trick.
It would, but like economics makes it kind of.
Be right back.
Can you imagine if you're the murderer who kills people with golden bullets?
It would be so easy to trace.
It really would. Also, you'd be awesome.
I
You'd
suppose.
be like, oh man,
There's a
that's
there's
the
a
murderer who
story
kills people
about
with
the
golden
unfairness. There's a story about the unfairness of society in there somewhere.
bullets.
It's just like, man, it's so easy to trace. Like, there's only so many people who
But there's
would
nothing
use
we can do about it.
Yeah, a gun that would fire gold bullets, but like, yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, well,
Because
shit.
they're rich.
They're rich, bitch.
Alright, I have to figure out what foods I'm making. Doing that now. Ah, coconut milk. Gotta make that. Oh, I've never made coconut milk. Well, let's do that.
Oh, the entire point of me leveling Optimus to make tinctures for my. Nah, I'll just use the Mega Potion intelligence to practice with only 61 intelligence. Barely anything. I'll just buy some. $27.50. 6-1 efficient pyramid. Like the auction house. But yeah, I was gonna say, after all this time, the ideal material for a sword is still steel.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like the perfect combination of all of these different properties. Like a high grade steel. Because we can refine it to like some extreme purity and like we can perfectly engineer it to be the exact chemical composition it needs to be like the perfect strength and durability, and it's not too expensive.
That's true.
Yeah, like so.
Those are all very important factors.
Yeah. Like obviously a good blade is still gonna be expensive, but like it won't be like stupidly expensive. And you're really paying for craftsmanship rather than your material costs. I've been watching a lot of blacksmith, and by a lot I mean a couple, but like it's been fun. It's been fun watching them. Why nowadays when I hear about like these like fancy concept blades in like some sort of science fiction, it's just kind of like yeah, but that the materials you've chosen doesn't really work. Like titanium blades, yeah, it's super durable, but like titanium is shit at holding edges because they're so flexible.
Less hard than hardened steel, that's for sure.
Yeah, like yeah, you'll have a blade. It can bend like up to 55% of its something. I don't remember what the term was.
Oh man, I just had a revelation. Tungsten carbide. That's Metal Gear Solid Rising. Raiden's blade is made of tungsten carbide.
So, I can. So alloys and like blends are a thing, and like forge welding is also a thing. So, what a lot of I know katanas do this, where it's just like the spine is soft, but the edge is hard.
Makes sense.
So I guess they could do some sort of like sci-fi thing where like the tungsten carbide is just the edge. It's the cutting edge, the hardest material. And then the rest of the blade for durability is like, you know, you can just regular ass steel. Alternatively, whenever that blade snaps, you just get another blade. I don't know.
Exactly.
I haven't actually played through.
It's not like it's a great. Well, I won't tell you whether or not the blade snaps.
I've seen the gifs with Armstrong.
The blade snaps.
The blade snaps. Nice knife.
Yeah.
Like, allow me to showcase exactly why.
I should really make a macro for this instead of doing this manually. This is frustrating. Why am I doing this manually?
I'm too tired to think. Which is some great irony. Huh.
Muscle memory. I can do muscle. I'm not gonna do muscle memory. At least not manipulation.
Green.